Oh, hero! I'm not gonna lie, I got this recently. The sick-ass little poster. I got this sent from a friend of mine, so Luke, thank you, buddy. That looks pretty out. That'll be going on the wall later. So I've been really actually hyped, if you haven't noticed recently, for One Punch Man. I've been absolutely loving the series, and a while ago I actually caught up to the manga, and I absolutely adored it. I've read it a good couple of times. Like, this is the thing, I've reread the manga since, like, I read, like, a good 20 chapters beforehand, like, way before the anime came out. Then once the anime, like, I think, like, the 3rd or 4th episode came out, I read all the entire manga. And recently as well, I've reread it again because I love it that much, and I've been rewatching the anime. Basically, I'm a huge fucking tard for it. If you've seen the reviews and everything, I absolutely adore the series so much. And this is going to be a video, me talking about how I feel about the series in general, why I love it so much, and also as well, like, I'm going to be talking about the latest chapter of the manga slightly as well, but that won't be till the end, so don't worry, I won't be spoiling too much about the manga, but I'll be saying my own peace of mind about some stuff that's about to happen in the last couple of episodes of the series, so you have been spoiled. One of the things I love about this series so much is just that it brought back that reason why I loved anime in the first place, why I got into it in the first place, and it's because of certain series like Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann is, for a show, if you think about story-wise, is very nonsensical, adds some stupid stuff to it. But one of the reasons I love about it is the hype factor to it, the over-the-top, man. I absolutely adore these characters. Like, yo, look at that fucking Carmina, Simone, Yoko. Like, I adore these characters to the brim, and just like how just insanely like epic the series gets. And just that's one of the things that I love about anime. I love over-the-top, hyperactive, crazy action. Like, that's the thing that grasps me, and it's like, this is why I watch it. Doesn't mean I don't love a good story and love some deep storytelling, but one of the things that I take heavily into, like, when I see a series and what makes me want to watch something or read something is entertainment a lot of the time. And, well, One Punch Man is definitely one of those series. Like, coming from just straight from the art as well, only owning like 2 of the volumes so far, like the manga itself, and having the Shonen Jump subscription to like read it as well, I adore it. Like, holy shit. Although you can say, though, like, the biggest complaint, which should also be his best thing, is that his art is absolutely fantastic. However, there are just pages upon pages where they'll just be, like, continue, like, a GIF, pretty much. I could show you, like, just panels and panels where he does coloring. It's absolutely insane what he does. The artist himself, Murata, just makes this perfect art that is just so good in the series. When you have, like, when Saitama is just there, just looking like, oh, okay, like, let's fight in this big, awesome demon monster, and he's just there looking like, oh, I'm kind of like a really kind of crappy looking like design. He's just like, oh, I don't give a fuck, like that. And then you've got great like storytelling, really, of like the guy that does the webcomic, which, yes, I have actually read some of the webcomic as well after where like the anime will be ending and where the manga is as well, and that shit gets crazy as well, although the art is a little bit questionable. It's like, I love the series just for all its stuff, like the seriousness that you can have at some points, the comedy. That's the sort of stuff that I love about these series, and that's what drives me to see more of it and read more and like check out more and like talk about it and be passionate about it. And just the fights that the Saitama goes through in the series and all that. I'm either laughing my ass out the next second, or another minute I'm going, yo, like going absolutely nuts. I adore this shit. It's just so good, and I fucking like adore like what they done with this series, and just having it in an anime format just showcases how much I love it. Not to mention as well, all the characters, although Saitama steals the show near every time, and I feel like I said this to a bunch of my friends and all that, if every other show, although I really do enjoy Genos, a lot of people are very mixed about, like, he's a bit of the brown noser to like Saitama and anything, and like Sonic and like a bunch of the other characters like that. Like, if they were in their own shows, that'd be fucking badass. But the problem is that Saitama steals the show because of how to like in some series and all that, like, you have your really cool ass characters and all that. Not every main character is the greatest of all time. I mean, look at Fairy Tail. Like, Fairy Tail, the main reason I enjoy it isn't because of Natsu, it's because of like the other characters in the world and the action and stuff like that. One Punch Man, I love through its character, its world, and just everything around it, and I adore it. I'm like, call me bad, I am head over heels to this series, and like seeing the stuff that's got to be on later on in like the series that's going to be happening as well, like the Boros fight, the Sea King. Oh my god, this stuff is going to be so good. Like, holy shit, we've already seen the first part of the Sea King in the anime form, and it's already fucking god like. It's fucking amazing. And just the more stuff that they're going to be doing, the only thing that's a crime in my own eyes is that it isn't going to be just continuing on. Like, it's going to honestly just be 12 episodes. I'm a little bit upset about that. But, you know, there's only so much you can do with the material that's available, and that's acceptable. I guess one thing as well that kind of annoys me is just, like, the frequency of, like, the actual manga itself. If you don't know the actual One Punch Man manga itself, I'm not talking about the one that's the webcomic one. The other one's actually a webcomic on Young Jump, the stuff that does Tokyo Ghoul, Terror from Mars, but it is like, you know, published like Shonen Jump. It's a very weird forum, but it's on Shonen Jump's like actual like magazine site, so you can actually read it on there, which is interesting, and it's the kind of the way how I got introduced to One Punch Man, like, and it's just so good, guys. I'd highly recommend it. But now I'm going to be talking a little bit about like the latest chapters and stuff like that, because it honestly leads where I think Saitama's strength is going to come from, because they have been hinting from a while, like, oh, Saitama, like, he's got the, you know, the steps of God or something inside him, or like a God's dwelling inside of him. Honestly, I feel like there's something like, since we've already been described what the levels are, you know, like Tiger, Demon, you know, Dragon, God, I honestly think there's some sort of entity or something that was getting to Saitama while he was doing his training, and that must have tricked him to think like, oh, it's because I did my exercise, and that's why we get that little comical moment that he only did like a little bit of training. Like, that could potentially be it. Maybe some celestial being is inside of him. Maybe he got some sort of drug. I don't know. Like, something must have happened to him when he was either having a fight, or was it something he was training, or it just happened to be something that hit him. Like, who knows? Or in his sleep, like some parasite shit. I have no idea what it could be, but I feel like there's something, you know, a lot more to Saitama than meets the eye. And also as well, we haven't even seen his full strength yet. If you've seen the fucking Boros fight in the manga, holy shit, you haven't even fucking seen nothing of what this character yet. And even as well over the webcomic, which I'm going to say a little bit right now if you don't want to hear about this, motherfucker goes against someone that is classified as a god level, not a full god, just somewhere near that god level, where its S classes are fucking struggling. Like, numerous of the highest S classes are struggling to even go against him. That's how nuts Saitama is in the series. And do you know what they do? He fucking takes them on, still not using his full strength, and takes on the fucking god level thing without a fucking breeze. And then going into like the latest chapters as well, which I absolutely do, like, you know, this metal bat fight versus something, you know, versus Garo. I absolutely love Garo. I think like Garo's a very interesting like character, like the hero hunter. And from what I've seen of it, it only gets more crazier with him, so I'm very much looking forward to, like, more stuff with Garo. Like, honestly, I kind of like the fight that they're going against, like, this weird centipede thing, and it's, like, now turned into a three-way fight between Metal Bat, Garo, and also, as well, this, like, celestial, like, goddamn fucking, like, centipede shit, which is, like, I believe it's on dragon level, I believe. I believe it's, like, pretty goddamn high. Like, because I know it's only something an S-Class can take on, but still, that's pretty goddamn impressive for what he's doing right there. So, I don't know, like, let's just hope that, like, Metal Bat's gonna be okay. But honestly, I did want to talk about this. I do love this series so much. I know I only briefly talk about some of the stuff in the manga and in the webcomic as well. I had to stop myself from the webcomic because I really want to know, although the art is bad, for the most part, it's a webcomic. Like, come on, like, it's like nothing too special. Like, he just does that on his own. I'm not saying that as an excuse, but when it comes from an actual magazine, like something, you know, like a certain, like, Hunter or something like that, although its art can be fucking swell sometimes, like when we get shit like the Koala chapters in an actual official magazine and not just some guy on the side doing it. But let me know in the comments section down below, what do you think about One Punch Man? I love it, guys. I really do. I don't know if I'll talk about the manga or not after the anime or something. I have no idea. I know when it comes to the Boros stuff, though, that's coming up in a couple of episodes, I am definitely going to be probably do a live reaction or something like that, because that, oh, it's just so much to me. I love that stuff so much, and I can't wait for that to be pretty much the finale of the series. I think that we've got to have like one more episode, maybe the King stuff or something after that, but who knows? I don't know what they're really planning on doing with it, and they've got OVAs and stuff like to do as well, so we'll have to wait and see. But that's all for me, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.